my man, those two fingers, where have they been? We're gonna watch Colin get feral, and we're gonna enjoy it. Let's go.
I have bought you a plant so that you might continue to enjoy nature from your windowsill.
This is so cute. Look at him. This man is so thoughtful. He's so cute and thoughtful. And he was like, you know what? You don't have to go outside into nature. I'm gonna bring nature to you. And a plant is so much better than flowers because flowers die and plants don't unless you don't know how to care for them.
Good day.
Good day.
So often, my Penelope is sat at that window reading.
Is there a reason you like that window so much?
I suppose I mostly just enjoy the view, but I have grown rather tired of it, and I'm very glad to be here with you.
Who are we kidding? You have seen the end of this episode. You know what's happening. But like, I believe her answer was perfect. She's like, you know what? I like the view. I don't like the view anymore. You're my view now, okay? It's a metaphor and also not. So, perfect answer. Just had to say it. Why is he caressing his book like that? What is he doing? Touching his book so inappropriately. What is he doing? Why would you caress your book like that? I mean, I would like to beat a book. Okay, we need to calm ourselves. There's so many mirrors.
Well, if I am there, I will surely eat all
So
the
many
biscuits and
mirrors.
leave none for the Marquis.
See, he is talking about eating, because in the book, he eats all the time. Why is he not eating all the time? Where's his... Shouldn't he have like a snackable on that desk? Where's his snackable? It's the book. The book is his snackable, of course.
When you were asking about friendship and whether it can blossom into love.
See, you see what they're doing? When she says, if friendship can blossom into love, and he leans forward, and there's this, like, light coming in, it resembles the moment in episode 1 when Penelope agrees to get his help and steps into the light. And we talked about it. That's her hope, you know, the light is her hope. And it kind of resembles that. I don't know. Am I reading too much into it? Probably not, right? Everything is intentional.
Purely a speculative question.
Why is my man lying to his mother? I don't care about Francesca in this season, but this scene, I love it. It's wonderful. I love it. They look so happy together.
Well, let him tell you about it. Men love to explain the world to us.
You can really see how Portia's opinion of men has shrunken to the size of a raisin. She does not believe that there's a single man out there who could be normal. She really believes that they're all stupid. A little bit of advice for you. If you think men only like thinking about themselves and are only interested in being superior to us women, then you're wrong. You're wrong. The best thing you can do is actually be interested and try to learn things yourself.
We cannot make head nor tail of it. Would you be so kind as to explain?
This woman. And the Bridgertons are coming like a gang.
I have a collection of over 1,000 myself.
Nothing a book loves more than to be collected.
Yes, quite.
Francesca has no intention of marrying this guy.
You looking for someone, Miss Featherington?
No,
I gotta
Looking
take it
for someone,
back.
Miss Featherington?
Yes,
no.
she's looking for someone. Last episode, I was confused about this scene. Wait. Why is she staring at him like that? She was looking at him because she couldn't let go easily. That's why she was looking so confused and sad at him. Yeah, she is looking for Colin. Okay, you can, girl. I would also be looking for him.
Only
Are there any novels in which the man goes travelling for a very long time and his wife is happy to stay behind tending the estate? A practical match, but a happy one? I like the sound of that.
He's not just really interesting and good looking, he is honest and he is really clear about his intentions. And that is so refreshing in period drama. Because in period drama, the men are just not capable of telling how they feel or what they want or showing their actual intent. And yet I'm drawn to period drama. So here we are.
How might this fictional gentleman ask for the young lady's hand? If you were writing the book, that is.
The stuttering, it just takes me away, like 10 points to Hufflepuff.
And if her mother gave her blessing, do you think she would say yes?
Oh no. Unrequited love on one side and the safe marriage where she has her privacy and a good-looking provider and she has to make the decision and she cannot. Look at her answer. She says,
I think you would have to read the book.
which is not an answer. And look at her face. She looks like she's about to cry. Her eyes are the most remarkable shade of blue. Look at her.
I'm afraid my enthusiasm is elsewhere this evening.
So you
Oh, yes.
prefer to watch?
It is elsewhere.
Fine.
He did not just say fine.
So you would prefer to watch? You have already paid.
Fine.
He said fine. My man honestly just said fine. Okay. Look at him, sad boy, being so sad. He wants a little bit of Penelope. He wants to touch the Penelope and snack a little bit. This was really a waste of budget. I did not need to see Cressida's home. She's like, oh, it's cold and looks like a mausoleum or something, but I like it. I like mausoleums, I don't know why. Look at these idiots. These are such bullies. Like, oh, Colin, why do you hang with these people? You want to talk about serious stuff with your friends and they react like this. Miss them. You don't need people like that in your life. He's so beautiful. And he is also so cute. They would actually make a really, really good match. I'm pretty sure he would treat her so well when he would be there.
Has requested my permission to propose.
Did you give it?
Well, it is a valid question because Lady Featherington kinda wants to keep Penelope so she doesn't have to be alone in her old age and has somebody to tend to her needs.
Do you know what is romantic? Security.
Yes.
Be smart, Penelope.
Okay. Didn't have to threaten her like that, but she's right. Especially in that era, Penelope should be smart. Lovey-dovey feelings when you're infatuated with somebody, they're not actual love. I mean, okay, in this case, I gotta say, she's been friends with Colin for such a long time. She knows him, she likes him as a person. For her, it probably is love. But I also see that Portia doesn't know that and doesn't see that and doesn't take that into account. And even if she did, she wouldn't care because she would think that Penelope has no game whatsoever with Colin. But I agree with Portia, it would be wise to be smart. This woman is so beautiful. And the looking glass does not lie.
You ready for me, miss?
I wanted to tell you, I should like to stay home tonight.
And why is that, dear
You do
son?
not look. You might miss the fruits of your labours. I hear Penelope may be getting a proposal tonight.
That's rather quick.
Likely because of your help.
Look at her little smirk, Violet. He has no idea that she's actually playing him, so he would come and interrupt the proposal. Also, Violet just not caring about any social norms, it seems, because if there is a proposal underway, then you shouldn't meddle with that. That's just another scandal. And Violet just doesn't care. Like, she already has 2 kids off, married. Francesca's on her way there. She also wants to call in, like, go, take her. She just really does not care. This woman, reckless. That's why her children are like that.
I do hope you feel better.
Oh yes, you do hope that. She's like, you better feel better, Colin. If you have any sense for art, you're gonna see the emotion behind the dance, and Penelope also really realizes that here. This was the worst moment for her to see something like this. It's just like opening up a romance book. She is such a romantic person. She loves love. She longs for love. Then being confronted with that and knowing that if she says yes to Lord Debling, she's kind of giving up on that passionate love.
Do you believe she has at least one spot left on her dance card?
Many, in fact.
May I have the honor of taking one of your spots?
Flames going out. The time's running out.
Damn!
She cared for him so lovely. This song is so
Is everything
perfect.
all right, Miss Feathering?
Oh, she's looking for Colin. Look at her. She's looking for Colin because she's not sure she wants this. She is sure she does not want this. I believe she is very sure of that.
Do you imagine that, with time, love may one day grow?
I was so shook by what happens later on that I completely forgot this scene happens, but it is vital. She's not just thinking about Colin being the only option she has for love. She actually believes that it is possible to love somebody else, maybe even more so. Seeing the dance and thinking about love and all of that, she now wants to know whether there is a chance at love, because if there is, let's do it. Let's book it.
I do not know. To be honest, my work has such a large portion of my heart, it may be difficult to make more space. I am very glad that you are someone who seems to have such a full life.
Unfortunately, her life is not that full. She loves love. She loves the courting and all of those things. That's why she's Whistledown. She likes reading because she can escape her world. I do really enjoy that he is so honest. He's not gonna lie to her, even though he's seeking a practical match, which I've seen people complain about that, but honestly, it makes sense. Because of his work, he's not gonna be around so much. That's why he is searching for somebody who is content with their life, for somebody who has their own interests, and he's very particular about that. Because he does not want his wife to be sad at home. I really like this character.
Do you mind if I interrupt?
Colin,
It should only take a moment.
What are you doing?
There's you two.
Debling is tilt. He does not like being interrupted like that. Understandably so. Also, this is so dramatic. Like, everyone's gonna talk about that. But he still believes that they're only friends.
You can't marry him. You hardly know him.
I know him well enough.
Oh, I think he's leaving.
They do seem upset, do they not? Eros and Psyche battling it out.
Okay. I will not take back what I said. I do not need a triangle between Cressida, Lord Debling, and Penelope. I think that's too much drama. They could have also just let Cressida be a mean person, hear that Penelope might get a proposal, and just get in between and be like, you know what? Not today, not on my watch. I don't think that Cressida actually knows. I think she's just trying to manipulate the situation. But I'm cool with that.
Are they not all friends?
The oldest of friends, really. Ever since the Featheringtons moved in across the street.
Across the street from the Bridgerton house.
Directly.
I see.
I'm going to accept his proposal.
Why is it you sit at your drawing room window so often?
I...
All week I've watched you search for someone, for the same reason you prefer your drawing room window and the view it affords out towards the house across the square.
She doesn't. She doesn't anymore. She clarified that, so do not hold that against my girl. But yeah, he's right. I don't have anything to add to that. He's just completely 100% right.
Colin Bridgerton would never, ever have feelings for me. It is laughable to think as much. We are friends.
But would you like it to be more?
He gave her a chance. I'm certain he would have believed her. And he knows that she's being honest to him, so...
Whatever it is you are searching for, I do hope you find it. Good evening.
Why is everyone telling her that? Whatever you're searching for, I do hope you find it. I've seen people complain online about Lord Debling. He could have been, like, really mad at her or shout at her or be, like, mean or anything like that. And instead he says, this is the status quo. I cannot take a wife who is gonna betray me. He wishes for a happy and content marriage, not a marriage where his wife is so unhappy and alone at home that she gets herself a boyfriend on the side, right? He is 100% reasonable. Whatever it is he's searching for, I hope he finds it. Like, I hope he saves all the birds. Okay. Okay.
It is said
Get
that
ready.
the heart is forever making the head its fool.
I love this. I love this. My man's running. That's what I want. I want a man to run after my carriage. I'm not taking anything less than that.
Penelope.
She's like, oh, you again.
I do not wish to speak with you.
Please.
Now, before we get into the scene, in the book, it's different. But I prefer this version over the book version. It's so much better. Not everything, but some of it. In the book, it is Colin who is mad at Penelope, and it's his carriage, and he says...
We will stop at Bridgerton House first.
And there's another swap in the end, but we will get to that.
You cannot marry that man. He will leave you, and he is too particular, and he is just not right for you.
This is like when you don't have any arguments whatsoever. You're like, well, he is not right. He's just wrong. He's wrong. He's not making a point for himself here.
He did not propose. In fact, he rejected me because of you. The scene you caused led him to believe you had feelings for me. An idea so preposterous, I do not know what to do besides laugh.
The tears in his eyes. Okay.
What if I did have feelings for you?
What?
But these past few weeks have been full of confounding feelings. Feelings like a total inability to stop thinking about you. Feelings like dreaming of you, and in fact, preferring sleep because that is where I might find you. A feeling that is like torture, but one which I cannot, will not, do not want to give up.
Please, do not say things you do not mean.
But I do mean it. It is everything I have wanted to say to you.
Colin, we are friends.
Yes, baby.
He thinks she rejects him. He thinks she's rejecting him. He's like, no. And she's like, I have to see this again. Like, look at her face. She doesn't believe him. She doesn't. She's like, for years. I've wanted this to happen for years. What do you mean?
Yes, baby.
Let her finish! Let her finish!
Forgive me. I do not know what I was thinking.
Let the woman talk.
I'd very much like to be more than friends. So much more.
Love how they stare into each other's eyes, trying to reassure themselves that this is actually happening. In the book, she also touches his hair, and she thinks about how soft it is, because it's just as soft as Eloise's hair. She was wondering what his hair feels like, and then she touched it, and it was nice and soft like Eloise's hair. Not that you needed to know that. Look at him, he's so excited. Oh my god, she's also so excited. This is what you call bi panic. 100%. I love this. In the moment where he's going completely feral, he stops himself, looks at her to see whether it's okay. Then we have a little moment of consent. I love this. And it's so fucking hot. Goosebumps. Goosebumps.
Colin, we're at your house.
This is so cute. Oh my god, this is so cute. In the book, it's her who says,
Could the carriage driver not keep on driving?
but I love this version so much more. I love it so much more. It's just, it shows how much he enjoys this. Wonderful, wonderful. Also, another thing, in multiple interviews, they said that they didn't hear the director say cut. They didn't hear it because it was quite soundproof in there. And that's why this scene is much longer than it was supposed to be. And I cannot complain. Look at him! I love how he's just looking at her and being like, yes, and then kissing her again. Oh, my heart. This scene. Boy. This scene, my friends. When I saw it for the first time, I was like, my man, those two fingers, I see those two fingers. Where have they been? Where have those fingers been? And people were going completely crazy online about that. And at some point, somebody on Twitter asked the director whose idea this was. The director said this was a creative choice made by Luke Newton.
Have you seen the thing online recently about the fingers?
Yeah.
Was that intentional?
You know.
Was it actually?
Yeah. It's all up there, everyone.
Did you see this? Did you see this little nod? Did you see this little nod? He's nodding. He's like, yes, you woman are coming with me. She's just confused. She's like, why you package me up like that? Like,
For God's sake, Penelope Featherington, are you going to marry me or not?
I'm squeaking like a little girl, and deservedly so. Look at them. I'm parched after this. Ah, more. I do prefer some things from the books, but the carriage scene, 100%. Like, the show outdid itself. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Colin longing for more, enjoying this and wanting this, you know? You know what I mean? Now, the only thing I do not love is that he does not know that she's Whistledown. And he proposed. In the books, it's different. In the books, there is no Eloise storyline of Eloise finding out and this and that. In the books, it is Colin who finds out that she's Whistledown. He gets so mad. He's just highly, highly concerned about her because she's doing stupid stuff, right? And that's when the carriage scene happens. He's angry and then he has to have her right then and there. In the book, when he proposes after the carriage scene, he knows who she is. And it's not I'm proposing to who I think you are. He is proposing to who he knows she is. Thank you for watching Bridgerton with me. In case you like this video, maybe you'll also like this one. And I see you guys in the next one. Bye!